Welcome everybody. We're going to go over through a little of defending and battling that I did recently in a West Coast Racing League race. Again, LMP3, it's sports car challenge, so GT4 and TCR in here. Right now I'm battling, it's a 3v1 battling with the Bowens and then a new driver, Christopher Becco. I think that's how you say his last name. Really good LMP3 driver. So we're coming into turn 1 at Interlagos. We're going to try to late brake as much as possible, hold that straight line. You can see I'm trying to carry my line all the way through to I can clip that apex. And then by doing that, I'm pushing Chris past his threshold, so he's compromising his exit speed, which is allowing me to get a over and under unachieved by turn 3. So again, the plan is to attack turn 1 and 2 to set up for 3. That's kind of always the way to go about this, unless you can complete that pass coming into turn 1. So I'm going to try to stay the center of the track. Now, if you overshoot this, he can pretty much do an over and under on me. So the point of execution on this one is try to get as far ahead as possible, but brake within the apex. So we're cutting his line off, or he can't make a run at us. All right, so we're going back 2 laps, lap 15. Now, I wasn't going to make this pass. I just wanted to kind of force his hand to get him off focus, you know, mess his line, see where he was going to play. If he's going to continue holding that outside line, which he did, Chris had tremendous pace, so it was just about sticking with him and trying to figure out where the hole and the gap's going to be where I can overtake him. So essentially trying to find a weakness, especially among the traffic that we're battling on. And then another thing to note is that while I'm trying to regain my position against Chris, I'm also trying to mitigate the time loss in battling Chris between Mike Bowen 4 and 3 behind us. Because again, they're both quick. One mistake can get them back on both our tails. So if I'm doing what I need to do, I won't slow us down while trying to commit to a pass, and Chris and I can kind of stay ahead of the game. And at Interlagos, you got to remember, there's not a lot of passing zones in the middle of this section. I mean, there is, but again, your best chance, especially when everyone's at the same pace, is going to be down the main stretch onto turn 1. I noticed how Mike Bowen's only about 0.6 tenths behind, so I got enough breather room to make an attack on Chris. Okay, you can see I'm 0.2 tenths behind on Chris. Now, I'm just mentioning this because I've seen so many people try to make an attempt at a pass or get in the nose on your corner from that far back. And you can see 2 tenths is pretty decent. Like, that's 3 car lengths behind. So just like make sure if you're trying to commit to a pass, like you're at least on his door or his quarter, because like that's justifiable. Even if there is a small mistake, it's not going to cost too much. But making a gigantic dive like that, it's more prevalent now than it ever was before. I was happy. This is a really good race day for me because Mike Bowen 3 and 4, including Chris, they're usually doing times of like a 6 to an 8K rated guy. Like currently right now, Mike is 5K rated, but again, there are times in multiple classes or between a pro level. So if I'm competing, I'm pretty happy. This is a good day's work of racing. So now just trying to close in that gap. And Chris got a little wiggly there, so pretty good for us. Gonna close that gap just a hair more. Mike, yeah, Bowen 4 is doing pretty good at keeping that distance between. Okay, so you got wiggly there. Alright, so we have traffic ahead, so now this is kind of a guessing game. Which way do we need to go, or how we're going to press them? Once we commit, stay committed. So I'm on the outside, so we're going to do the whole thing again, but I'm closer. So I'm going to make an attempt at this outside line. So we'll see how this rolls. Okay, so he pressed on pretty well, so we're going to try to do another over and under. That was a good slingshot. Engaged. So
Slingshot engaged.
Now we got that momentum. We got speed. So yeah, just a good example of kind of how to gauge. If you're committing to a line, just stay committed to it, but just have a plan of execution on how to, especially if there's another turn, you know, coming around. Whatever your attacking point was. Okay, so here's a chase cam. So again, just holding my line. Holding it, try to break as deep as possible, but not to miss that apex. This was literally my move the entire race on everybody. Turn 1 and then turn 3, which we're coming up on right now. Try to build a side draft and back out of it real quick. So look, he almost commits the same move that I did on turn 1. Almost, but I slowed myself down just enough going into turn 3 where he wasn't able to find that gap. So you got to remember that. If you're trying to do an over and under and you got another corner coming in, whatever it is, you want to slow yourself down. Don't park it. I never advise someone parking it on apex. I think it's just foul play, and that's not racing. You don't need to park it. It's stupid play. Just slowing everything down. But slow yourself down enough into the braking zone to where you can't make the over and under unless you're just planning to push you out the way. This from Mike's point of view. You can see how we're still keeping that gap. So that's another part of the reason why I say don't park it on the apex. Because if I did, just trying to hinder where Chris was going to go, I mean, now that just gave Mike complete full access to attacking us both. Even though they're on the same team, but still the whole point is everyone's trying to win. So yeah, I didn't slow us down, which was really good. That was an effective pass. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few more angles. So these are a few things that you got to put into perspective. Again, all factors on the track matter. So we're coming up on traffic. That Mercedes is taking an inside line, and I noticed that. So that means I have more of a chance of Mike not following suit and building a draft on me. Because now Mike's, or Bowman's line's compromised, so now I have full intentions of attacking, and I can do what I was advising before, which was making sure I slow down enough just within that apex coming onto turn 3 to where Chris can't make that overtake. You see, I'm really late on the throttle, so like, I think Chris is a good racer, so he read that quite quickly, and we didn't die. Okay, so this is the fun part. So we're coming out of the pits. And with the race, there's only, 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. So Chris was able to get past me on the pit. So he was able to pit earlier than me. And we both came out. So now I got Chris, Mike 3, and 4 all within the same realm. So this is the 3v1 battle that I was like, where the hell is my teammates? So he's getting wiggly through there. Kind of messed up on my exit coming in turn 3. Bo and 4 took advantage of it. Oof. He almost died like 3 times there. Okay, so now I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they battle each other or not. So I'm kind of just trying to put my nose in a gap to compromise someone. Because I just need to get around one at a time. Okay, so this, I don't know if this was kind of a, not the smartest move on each other. But I was able to get around Mike 4. And then Chris messed up again. I took the wrong line, so that slowed me down coming onto here. 3 is slowly building the gap. And this was keep me in contentions of having a chance at first place within the LMP3 series for us. Okay, so this one, fully committed. Fully committing to this outside line. Don't care where he's going to be at. We don't really have time to play over and under and battle all this. I need to get ahead of him. And I will notate I was alongside of him during that entire kind of battle. So that's kind of where the mindset was. If you're at least within a quarter, I feel like in my own opinion, you can make a full commitment to the outside line. But I do apologize for not having the entire race because this whole race was just fun. It was active. It was live. But again, just examples of over and under battles, defending factors to think about when you're racing among other really quick guys. So follow for more and stay tuned for the new Ferrari challenge car that just got introduced. Sounds phenomenal. 700 horse. Ooh, it's a beast.